heart drugstore tag, and that was such an ugly heart. I was tagged by my good friends Tracy and Stefanie here on YouTube from 11th Gorgeous. I'm sure many of you guys know them. I believe the tag was created by MakeupbyAlli. I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure that's it. So basically there are 8 questions, I guess, kind of showing you the hits and misses of drugstore products, which I think is a great video just to kind of show you guys what our favorite products are, which ones are possibly worth getting and kind of skipping out on. So I'm going to go ahead and get right in. Picking just one brand from the drugstore is kind of tough just because I like different products from different brands. But the one that I probably feel the most strongly about, I guess, is Revlon. I'm completely addicted to their lip products. For instance, I love their Color Burst line, their Super Lustrous line, their lip butters. I just feel like these are go-to lip products for me. A close second to Revlon would probably be Maybelline. I'm obsessed with their mascaras. I think that's pretty much where all of my mascaras are from. My favorite face product from the drugstore is most likely Revlon Color Stay. A while ago I hated this foundation just because I felt like it was too heavy. So now what I do is mix a tiny bit in with my moisturizer, or sometimes I'll add a tiny bit of thinner BB cream just to thin it out, just because on its own, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit heavier for my skin. However, the coverage for this, I feel like this is hands down the best drugstore foundation. So for face, I'm going to go with Revlon Color Stay. I like how I'm like advertising this for you. My favorite cheek product, I kind of cheated. I have 3 just because these are 3 that I really like. One of my more recent favorites is something that I've had in my collection for a while, but Tracy and Stefanie kind of like made me bust it back out, and that's Wet n Wild's blush in Pearlescent Pink. It's just a super pigmented, incredibly gorgeous pink blush, and for $2.99 you really can't go wrong. My second favorite cheek product is Revlon's Mineral Finishing Powder in Brighten. As you can tell, it's just a baked highlight. It's kind of a luminescent pink marbleized with darker pinks and white. I don't know, this is hands down my favorite highlighter. I go between this and then my MAC Whisper of Guilt, just because this is more of a pinky highlight and then Whisper of Guilt is more of a golden highlight. So if you haven't checked out this product, I definitely recommend it. Sometimes it's harder to find. I thought it was discontinued, but I've still seen it in my drugstores. I know I'm a total cheater, but my final cheek product is from NYC. This is the Blushable Cream Stick, and this one is in Mauvin Uptown. Now, I've had these for a while too, but I don't know, I never use them, and lately I've been obsessed with this color for fall. It's just a really nice kind of brownie mauve burnt reddish brick color. I don't know, that was so much to say, but I've been obsessed with this blush just to give you kind of that like warm glowy look. As for my favorite lip product, I'd probably recommend pretty much anything from the Revlon line. I'm just obsessed with their lip products, but my current favorites that I've been using for probably the last 2 months now. The first one is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in Adore, and it's just a very deep vampy red color, and on top of that I will apply this lip gloss in, is it Bordeaux? I say it wrong every time. I don't know, but basically these 2 deep wine shades have been my go-to. Now for my least favorite drugstore product, it would probably be the L'Oreal Magic Smooth Soufflé Foundation. I absolutely hate this. When it first came out, so many people raved about it. I just really don't like the whole mousse kind of foundation, so I don't know why I bought this. I don't know, it was just way too heavy on my skin. I don't like it. I feel like it gives me cake face. Another drugstore product that I really didn't like that I've already tossed out was the Physicians Formula. I don't know if it was organic wear or natural wear. It was a mascara that came in a green leaf tube. I felt like that got a lot of hype, and I don't know, I hated that. It flaked on me. I felt like it just like wanted to break off my eyelashes, so I was not a fan of that at all. I think the best bargain you can find at the drugstore are the Wet n Wild products or e.l.f. However, I feel like Wet n Wild, the quality stays pretty good all throughout, at least with their blushes and eyeshadows. They're incredibly pigmented, and I believe these little palettes, those 6-pan palettes, are $3.99 or $4.99, but these are super pigmented. You really can't go wrong with these. So yeah, I'd probably say Wet n Wild over e.l.f. One of my favorite products from the drugstore that I feel like gets overlooked is from Milani, and this is the Brow Fix Brow Kit. I've talked about this so many times, it kind of gets ridiculous, but I absolutely love this. It comes in light, medium, and dark, and you just by mixing the colors you can kind of customize to find your perfect eyebrow color. But I really like this product because obviously it works well and it's compact, so it's easy to travel with or just throw in your purse. Not that you really need to touch up because it stays on all day. A drugstore product that is overpriced. I feel like lots of foundations are overpriced. For instance, this foundation, I feel like this was $13 or $14 and it ended up being like total garbage in my collection. Also, Physicians Formula. Don't get me wrong, there are some great products in that line. However, I feel like that line is kind of the most expensive at the drugstore, and a lot of the products, in my opinion, aren't really like that standout-ish. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Physicians Formula and this disgusting foundation. My best dupes from the drugstore, I only have 2 to show you just because the other ones that I had, people had already shown in videos that I watched, so I don't really want to be like repetitive, although I'm sure someone's probably already showed these 2, but what can you do? Okay, the first one, sorry, I have everything like in a box right here, so it's making a whole bunch of noise. The first one I have is from NARS and e.l.f. So this is the e.l.f. blush in Berry Mary. It looks just like this. It's kind of like a brownish berry color. Is a pretty good dupe for NARS blush in Sin. Even in the pan they look a lot similar. I'm gonna go ahead and probably insert it right here, and even swatched, I don't know, you can barely tell a difference. One is slightly warmer than the other, but if you're looking for a somewhat of a berry shade, I feel like this is the way to go. Obviously they're not exact matches, but I feel like they're close enough to where you could skip out on paying 20-something odd dollars for the NARS blush and just paying $3 for this e.l.f. blush. The second dupe I have is a set of eyeshadows. This is my Wet n Wild Vanity palette. As you can tell, has been totally well loved. It's like broken. But this shade right here, this really nice gold color, is practically a dead-on dupe for the MAC Shadow Gold Mine. So once again, I'll probably have pictures right here to show you just so I'm not having to like drop all of these all over the floor. But yeah, once again, $11 if you're just buying the MAC Shadow in a pan compared to $4.99, which I don't know if the Vanity palette's discontinued now. I never see this one, which is a shame because I felt like this was the best for the Wet n Wild palettes. So now going on to products that received a lot of hype from the drugstore that I just didn't really think were worth it. I have 2. First is the Maybelline, was it Baby Plush or Plush Lash? The one that comes in the teal tube. I had mine for like 2 days and I tossed it because I hated it so much. I feel like lots of people were going on and on about that. I just didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. It didn't do anything for my lashes, so I threw it away. The next item was the Maybelline Age Rewind line. I have the foundation and the concealer. The foundation is disgusting to me. Once again, it made me feel like my face just like rubbed oil or like grabbed a can of Crisco and rubbed it on my skin. I don't know. I apologize if you guys like this, but for my skin it just didn't work. I just wasn't a fan of it. Next is the concealer. Don't get me wrong, obviously I like this because I've used almost all of it. However, I feel like there's better concealers out. It's definitely not a concealer that I was like wowed by, which I'm gonna feel stupid if this wasn't a favorite because at one point I really did like this concealer, but the more and more I used it, I feel like it did less and less for me. I don't know if I need to try the brightening or correcting one instead because I just got mine in Fair. So when it just comes to the actual like colored concealer, I guess, like in the color range, I just wasn't wowed by for as much as like people talk about it. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't want to kill me. So thanks Tracy and Stefanie for tagging me. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a list of people down below that I'm tagging. If you've already been tagged and I tagged you again, I apologize. I guess you're just super popular. So yeah, other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.